How's it going, everybody? My name is Coach Wade, and I need you to understand something right now. Debt is not just a math problem. Debt is emotional. Debt is stressful. Debt keeps people trapped in survival mode. And most people don't stay broke because they don't make enough money. They stay broke because they never build momentum. That's why I love teaching the Debt Snowball Method inside the Power Team system, because this strategy is simple, practical, and most importantly, it works in real life. A lot of people think they need to be financial experts to win with money. No, you don't. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need to understand complicated investment charts. You just need a plan and the discipline to stay consistent long enough to see progress. And once people start seeing progress, everything changes. See, most families are carrying around debt like a backpack full of bricks: credit cards, car loans, medical bills, student loans, personal loans, and every month, all they're doing is making minimum payments while barely keeping their head above water. The Debt Snowball Method changes that. The idea is simple. Instead of attacking debt based on interest rates, you attack your debts from the smallest balance to the largest balance. Why? Because small wins create momentum, and momentum creates belief. Here's how it works. First, you list every debt you have from smallest to largest balance. Don't worry about the interest rates right now. We're focused on behavior and momentum. Second, you continue making minimum payments on all your debts except the smallest one. Third, you go all in on that smallest debt. Every extra dollar you can find, throw it at that balance. Cut expenses, pick up overtime, start a side hustle, sell stuff that's sitting around the house. Redirect wasted spending. Attack that smallest debt aggressively. And when that first debt disappears, something powerful happens psychologically. You realize, wait a minute, I can actually do this. That's when the snowball starts rolling. Now the payments you were making on that first debt gets added to the payment on the second debt. So your financial attacks get bigger and bigger every month. Every debt you eliminate frees up more cash flow. Every win builds confidence. Every payment gets stronger. That's why it's called the debt snowball. It starts small, but over time it grows into something powerful. And let me tell you something. People underestimate the power of quick wins. A lot of financial experts would tell you to focus only on interest rates using something called the debt avalanche method. And mathematically, sure, it may save you a little interest over time, but mathematically correct does not always mean behaviorally effective. Because if your biggest, highest interest debt takes 3 years before you see progress, most people lose motivation. They get discouraged. They quit. But when you wipe out a small debt quickly, you feel progress immediately. That excitement fuels consistency, and consistency is what actually gets people debt-free. Inside the Power Team philosophy, we teach people that momentum matters. Small victories matter. Confidence matters. You don't need perfect numbers. You need a winning pattern. Let me show you how this looks in real life. Imagine somebody has 4 debts: a $500 medical bill with a $50 payment, a $2,500 credit card with a $63 payment, a $7,000 car loan with a $135 payment, and a $10,000 student loan with a $96 payment. Most people feel overwhelmed looking at all that. But the debt snowball breaks it down into manageable steps. So instead of stressing out about all 4 debts at once, we focus on the smallest one first, the $500 medical bill. Now let's say that person picks up a side hustle, works some extra hours, will cut unnecessary spending, and finds an extra $500 a month. That means instead of paying just $50 on the medical bill, they throw $550 at it. 1 month later, that debt is gone. Boom. All right. Now that $550 payment gets rolled into the next debt. So instead of paying only $63 on the credit card, now they're paying $613 every month. That credit card disappears fast. Now they take that entire amount and roll it into the car payment. Suddenly they're throwing $750 a month at the car loan. Can you see the momentum building? By the time they reach the student loan, they're attacking it with serious force because every old payment became fuel for the next goal. That's how ordinary people create extraordinary financial turnarounds. Here's the truth. Most people never hear that. Paying off debt is not about deprivation forever. It's about temporary sacrifice for permanent freedom. Yes, you may have to say no to eating out. Yes, you may have to stop impulse shopping. Yes, you may need to drive the older car a little longer. But every sacrifice has a purpose. Because every debt you eliminate increases your monthly cash flow. And when your cash flow increases, your options increase. That's when you can start building savings. That's when you can start investing. That's when you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. That's when you can finally breathe. Now, I also want to keep this real and balanced. There are times in life we may need to pause the debt snowball temporarily. Maybe there's a job loss. Maybe there's medical emergency. Maybe there's a major life transition happening. Maybe you're dealing with an IRS issue or family crisis. That's okay. Pause does not mean quit. You handle the emergency, stabilize the household, and then you get right back focused. The goal is still financial freedom. And this is why I'm passionate about combining the debt snowball with the power team system. Because we don't teach people how to cut expenses, we teach people how to increase cash flow too. We teach budgeting, we teach income shifting, we teach reducing unnecessary taxes, we teach eliminating wasteful spending, we teach business income, we teach financial awareness. Because sometimes the breakthrough isn't just spending less, it's learning how money actually moves. Most people have hidden money leaks they've never identified before. And when they finally see where their money is going, they can redirect those dollars towards building wealth instead of financing stress. Listen to me carefully. Debt freedom changes your life. When debt leaves, pressure leaves. When debt leaves, options appear. When debt leaves, families stop fighting over money. When debt leaves, people finally have room to dream again. And I truly believe this. You don't have to stay financially stuck forever. You just need a system. You need consistency. You need momentum. And you need to start. Because one paid off debt turns into two. Two turn into three. Three turn into financial confidence. And eventually, one day, you'll look up and realize something incredible. You're free.